Okay, welcome back to another video everyone. My name is Elite and today we're going over the most recent TWID and one other big section of news for Destiny. First off, there might be some background noise because my printer is going and I will not elaborate any further. So the first thing I want to discuss and why you've probably clicked on this video is Pete Parsons is leaving Destiny. That's right, Pete Parsnip is gone. We now have Justin Truman as the head of Bungie and the essential head of everything. Personally, I think this is a good thing. While we never really saw much of Pete or spoke to him directly, and the only times that we did was when he was firing like 600 people, I think it's a really good thing because Bungie is moving in a different direction. We're moving away from the Halo days and the original Bungie, and Bungie has changed so much that it is necessary for a new CEO to take over at this point. I do, however, think that this decision wasn't entirely Pete's. I think that with the Sony acquisition, that they wanted someone new at the helm, and so they've chosen Justin Truman, who has been at the company for a while, to take over from Pete as the best choice, essentially. If you want to see a longer video about my thoughts on Pete leaving and what that might mean for the Destiny that we see going forward, let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, do subscribe and like the video as it does help me out a lot. So moving on to the first big piece of news, the Desert Perpetual epic raid that is coming. Oh boy, I have thoughts. First off, I think it is great that they're expanding the loot as well as other mechanical challenges back to the original hard modes that we had in Destiny 1. However, I don't think that they're done quite yet. All they're adding is a new legendary and upping the loot drops. Increased loot drops are always great, but it still should be more. You should be able to earn higher tiers from doing more feats and things like that. Currently, you can't. With this update, you might, which is why I'm saying it's a good thing, but we are still going to have to wait and see going forward how it turns out. But my god, Bungie, you need to learn, not swap is not a good idea. People do not like the perk. It does not need to exist. It should not exist. I get the point of it, but no one likes it and no one wants to play with it because it just limits loadouts and build crafting. I do believe that they will undo this change simply because of the absolute backlash that has happened from it, as well as the other things that we'll get to in a minute. But when the epic raid drops, there'll be not swap as part of it. Huge bummer. And if I'm being honest, I am not even looking forward to the epic race or the epic raid. Simply because I think it's going to be another case of everything is just so bullet spongy and hurts you so much that it is hide behind a wall and hope you don't get shot through it by a wyvern or some shit like that. By the way, these changes that I mentioned are coming in Ashen Iron, which is in 2 or 3 weeks. So they're coming sooner rather than later. I'll have a video out when we have more details of how Ashen Iron is going to work. So first off, I want to say that they are expanding the portal in the update. They are adding new activities. There's a new activity coming that they haven't announced yet. The Core Battleground and the Behemoth Battleground. There are 3 strikes coming, which are Hypernet, Insight Terminus, and Fallen Saber, as well as 3 expeditions from Season of the Plunder are coming back, as well as the Tomb of Elders is being added in, which I will always say is good, because the more activities we have in the portal, it will be the better. As well as adding 3 dungeon layers, which is going to be its own thing, as well as the exotic missions of Presage and Avalon, which means you'll be able to get Dead Man's Tale, as well as Vex Caliber. Now, this is unfortunately where I start the negative part of the video, because they are actually nerfing some drops. Currently, the best way to farm the game is solo ops, which is disappointing, but I think the best way to fix that would be to up every other activity to the same level. Instead, they are nerfing the way that solo ops works and dropping its rewards down, and then giving things like fireteam ops slightly more drops, which is a trade-off, but you're screwing over your entire solo player base, basically. So I don't really know what you're thinking there, Bungie, but that is a shit change and I expect you to undo it. And quickly before I end the video, they're adding a final way to retrieve items from previous seasons. You'll be able to purchase those season passes as well going forward. It'll be about 600 silver. It's a good change that should have been put in a long time ago, but they haven't for whatever reason. But if you enjoyed the video, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on what you want to see next. I am always reading the comments, and I will always be here for you when you need me. That's a lie, I will not be. Have a lovely day.